In studio is SABC senior political reporter Mzwandile Mbeje. Mzwandile, thank you for being with us. So a tearful Vytjie Mentor, concerns for her safety. The Zondo Commission did take those seriously today.
Indeed, the Deputy Chief Justice took it very, very seriously because on the spot he instructed the head of the legal team, Advocate Paul Pretorius, to make arrangements to make sure that this evening, so she must be in a secure and a comfortable place. And going as far as saying this evening, the judge must be informed as to the circumstances of Vytjie Mentor. So, because the judge, himself said he's implicated a number of people, though he was not suggesting that those are the people who may be responsible. But the fact that this is a serious commission and then it implicates high-profile individuals, so you don't know who might be thinking what at what particular point. So then, indeed, the judge said, you know what? So he doesn't want anyone to fear coming out in the open with evidence. That is why he just took the matter on an urgent basis to say it needed to be addressed there and then.
Okay, run us through some of her main points in today's testimony.
Today's testimony was quite interesting. Earlier in the day, she spoke about you remember yesterday she had spoken about that offer, the ministerial post that she says was offered by the Guptas. And then she said because she knew that this was illegal, she just said, you know what, so I can't accept this. And then she started raising her voice. And then at which time, in terms of her evidence, the then president came to calm her down. That's how she put it, to say the president then came to calm her down because she was furious. She needed to go because she felt, her being there and being offered the post and then not really being able to raise the issues that she wanted to raise, so was really frustrating for her, and then she needed to go.
Clarify for us exactly what she's saying about the involvement of former President Jacob Zuma. So he was in the House. It's often been unclear, I think, in the public mind where she claims he was, when the offer was being made, etc.
What she is saying is that because they were in that House with Ajay Gupta talking about this issue, but I think how she says it is that when she raised her voice, then the then president emerged. So in that way, she then assumes that the president then may have been in the vicinity. I think that's how she wanted to put it, because she didn't really want to commit that she was in the house. But she says, given that he came immediately, so she assumes that he did hear what he was saying.
Okay, so alarmingly, a former president may have overheard an offer like that. Then she goes on to implicate law enforcement officials again, saying a Hawks member would not take her statement because former President Jacob Zuma was named in it. Again,
what she's saying is that that's another frustrating part. She raised these issues detailing the allegations, as she put it, but they wouldn't act on it because I think, as she says, when they read, they could see that there was the name of the former president. That's why at some point one of the investigators, they had a discussion where she said maybe she needed to remove the name of the former president. Perhaps they could move on these ones. But as I can say, this is subject really to a lot of discussion and debate, because many of those people who are implicated have actually come out in their statements disputing all of that. Going as far as saying, for example, with regards to Lakela Kaunda, going as far as saying in 2010 she never met her, she never spoke to her. In fact, they actually don't know each other. I'm sure they only know each other because they're in the public space. So those are the issues I think that the Commission will need to delve into. And
we'll look at how they're going to try and clear their names. But firstly, you've raised Lakela Kaunda, some very high-profile names implicated, the former president, the minister, Malusi Gigaba. But tell us about Lakela Kaunda. Where does she fit in?
So, remember, Vytjie Mentor says she's been wanting to meet the president for the longest time, but she's not been able to. And then she spoke about her trip to China, where the president had gone for a state visit. But there, she was not able to meet him, despite the fact that she wanted to to speak to the president, given what she says was the hostile environment there. So then when she came back, she says then Lakela gave her a call, and then that call saying, you know, that meeting you wanted, so is now, I mean, the president is ready to meet you. She says it was on a Sunday, and then Lakela said, so you could meet the president on a Monday. But as I've said, Lakela is disputing that.
All right, and like you said, everybody clamoring to go and say we need to cross-examine, we need to clear our names, but the Zondo Commission continues, and you will be there for us. Thank you very much, Mzwandile Mbeje, senior SABC reporter.